boys and girls, moms and dads. I'm happy to be here tonight for the Friends of Wisconsin State Park We Go camping program. And I have a story for you. It was a beautiful day. The sky was blue, the clouds were white and puffy. They looked like cotton candy. You could take a bite right out of them. And the leaves were falling red and gold and yellow and orange. And when they hit the ground, a little breeze would just blow them all into a pile. You know the kind I mean. The kind you can jump into and throw all over and have such a wonderful time. Well, that's what Little Rabbit and his friends were doing. They were jumping and twirling and dancing in those leaves and throwing them all over each other. They had so much fun all day long. Well, one by one, Mama Rabbits came out and they called their little rabbits home. And the last one left was Little Rabbit. And his mama came out and said, "Little Rabbit, it's time for you to come into the burrow and time to find your place to sleep." And Little Rabbit stomped his foot, said, "No, I don't want to be in the warren with my mother and father and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and all my cousins, all 152 of them. It's too crowded in there." And so he stomped his foot and he went hopping down the trail. Now you can help me with this part. He went hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop. Well, pretty soon, Little Rabbit was at the lake. And there on the side of the lake was Turtle. He had a big suitcase on his back. Little Rabbit said to Turtle, "Turtle, what are you doing? Where are you going?" And Turtle said, "Well, I'm getting ready to hibernate for the winter." And Little Rabbit said, "What's hibernate?" And Turtle said, "Well, I'm going to burrow into the dirt and the mud underneath the lake, and I'm going to go to sleep all winter." Little Rabbit said, "Well, I was thinking of asking you if I could hibernate with you because I don't want to go in the warren with my mother and father, my brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, and all my cousins, all 152 of them, because it's way too crowded in there. But I don't think I could be in the mud under the lake all winter long. Bye, Turtle." And Turtle said, "Goodbye." So Little Rabbit hopped down the trail some more. He went hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop. Well, then Little Rabbit heard a ruckus up in the tree. And there were all these birds up there, cedar waxwings, and they were gobbling up the berries. They were such little piggy birds, they were hardly swallowing one before the next one went into their mouth. And they were just cawing and making noise and eating and fighting with each other. And Little Rabbit called up and said, "Hey, what are you doing up there?" And the birds looked at Little Rabbit and they said, "Well, we're fattening up so we can migrate for the winter. We're going to fly down south." And Little Rabbit said, "Oh, can I migrate with you? I want to get away from the warren. I don't want to sleep there with all my mother, my father, my brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, and all my cousins, all 152 of them." And Cedar Waxwing said, "Well, it's a long ways down south. You need to be able to get there somehow. How are you going to do that?" And the Rabbit looked back at the birds and said, "Well," and they said, "How are you going to get there? Where's south anyway?" And they said, "Well, it's a long ways away, and we're going to fly. We have wings. How about you?" And the Rabbit looked at his feet, and he looked at his hind hoppers, and he said, "Well, I can jump high, and I can jump far, but I don't think I can jump long. And he said, I guess I can't migrate with you. And said, bye, cedar waxwings. And they said bye as they gobbled down their food. So now little rabbit was really dejected. And so he decided to hop down the trail and keep looking, but he was kind of sad and kind of slow, and so he was kicking the leaves as he went along. He went hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop. Ouch! And up popped 7-line ground squirrel from a pile of leaves. 7-line ground squirrel said to little rabbit, "What are you doing kicking me while I'm asleep?" The little rabbit said, "I'm sorry, little squirrel. I didn't know you were in there." "Well, I was, and I was just getting ready to sleep all winter long in this nice warm pile of leaves." The rabbit said, Oh, can I sleep with you? I don't want to sleep in the warren with my mother, my father, my brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, and all my cousins, all 152 of them. It's too crowded in the warren." And little squirrel said, "Sure, by all means, come on in." And so little squirrel went back into his leaf pile, and little rabbit went in with him, and they cuddled up together, and little squirrel was asleep that fast. And little rabbit, well, he had a little trouble getting used to sleeping in the leaves, so he laid on this side, and the breeze blew up his back, and oh, that's cold. And he tried the other way, and then the breeze went up his front. He went, oh, that's cold. And so then he curled up into a ball, and then the breeze went up his front side and his back side. And not only that, it was poking him here, there, all over the place. It was so uncomfortable, he hopped right out of that pile of leaves and stood on the trail. And then the only thing he could think of was that he needed to go home to the warren. And so it was getting dark, and he was afraid of the dark. And so he decided to go home really, really fast. Are you ready? Hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hop. And he came to the warren, and he snuck in really quietly. Everybody was asleep, but there, right next to Mama Rabbit, was a place just big enough for him. And so he snuggled into that spot, and he went right to sleep. Mama Rabbit opened one eye, and she smiled and wisely said, "The best place for little rabbits to sleep is in the warren." And that's the end of the story of Little Rabbit.